Alex, with the second round that we give said that this is going to be the fastest one, we hope.
This should be a nice fast round. We have the head up in face snake to the bottom loop to the head up in face circles. Now it's not too much of a technical round. It's like not too much really to remember, but just you want to be flying nice and fast. So it should be a nice fast round, and it should be making like if you don't bust, yeah, it's going to be very close to these times, I believe.
Now I think also wind tunnels bring like the flying head up, because before everybody in the sky was flying or sit a little bit or just head down straight. But now with the wind tunnel and people flying head up so much, we see big formation of people flying head up, which is amazing to see them, these people moving in head up.
Yeah, they're getting much and much faster with the head up flying. As you see today, they're going to be nice and stretched out. And actually, I like when the people are flying head up. It's a nice stretched body position. When they're going really fast, looks good, I believe.
That we say that this is going to be a speed round, the fastest round, but it's not easy at all to fly head up completely straight and doing things and control movements. You must be hard position, you must be stiff and hard to be able to do this flying.
Especially with the feet, you have to be nice and strong with the feet to keep them down, because the faster you're going, the more you're leaning back. And you have to keep really a lot of pressure on your feet, so you don't let your feet come out underneath you.
Now, for this competition of the two-way, we are not going to have, like in the other competition that is the same order. Now, the team that was first is going to be the last. Then, now we are going to start with the team that did the first round second, that is going to be the first in this round. Then we see that they are getting ready, the Windor Air team. These guys, as we said before, they are both tunnel instructors here at Windor. This is one of the Spanish teams. We are really proud of them because they have just less than a month to be able to train. And for me, I feel really proud of them. They improved so much in the last 3 weeks that I don't know how they will finish the competition, but I'm really happy of seeing their progress.
Very nice, very nice. When you're training for a competition, your skills increase really quickly because you just put in so much time in such a small amount of time, and it's really nice. Like every time you're training for a competition, you're really current flying and feel really comfortable in the tunnel. So it's actually quite nice. Just the training for the competition is actually a reward in itself sometimes.
Ricard is going to be the leader in this second round, and Alex is going to be the second. These are my main Timon y Pumbaa. Okay, they are getting ready, concentrated. They were quite nervous this morning when I talked to them. It's the first competition for Alex for sure. Ricard was competing before with Jamie, the guy that is in the Team Dynamos. He was competing with Jamie before in other competitions, but now Jamie is flying with another flyers because as Ricard is here full time, cannot be competing with a partner that lives in UK. Then they both separate the team. But now, let's see how they finish in this competition.
We should see a little bit faster times too. They've already done one round, so now everybody's relaxed a little bit. The pre-nerves are gone. Everybody's ready to do some fast flying now. They warmed up a little bit too.
And also they will feel a little bit more comfortable in this routine, as it's not as difficult as the one before with this difficult entrance that always is like a little bit impressive. Then now, let's see how they will do it. Let's go. Remember, we are with the head up in face snake, following for the bottom loop, and the head up in face circles that is going to start now.
Very nice. First page completed with no bus. Doing good so far, very good. Okay, second page done. Now you see they have to flick to head up, so that's one thing, they have to get head up before they hit that line.
Oh, first bus. Okay, these guys have our second bus. This is going to be a 10-second penalty. Remember, every bus, when the lights are red, is a 5 seconds penalty. As we see, these rounds are faster because these guys were doing before 1 minute 30, 25, and this round was 1 minute 11. Plus the two bars will be like 1 minute 21 more or less. Okay, the next team is going to be the Ultra Good Vibes. Remember that these guys have been training more or less 12 hours in the last 6 months, but they are quite comfortable playing together.
Yes, and I do like their name, Ultra Good Vibes. It sounds like a good team to be a part of, yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds like they're having fun. Okay, they're ready, lights flashing. Green, there they go. Hey, so they had one bus so far.
Just tell us that Jeff was a world record French record hit down formation, and he was for 2 years a video camera of the team of BFS. Then he's a skydiver and he's quite used to be flying.
A little bit of confusion going on there, I believe, but they're back flying, second bust. Also going into the head-up circles, they have to flick to be vertical before they pass the line once again. So that's also quite a tricky move because you want to dive down, stay in nice and fast, but then you have to convert yourself straight into head-up.
They look like sometimes that they are a little bit confused.
Okay, third bus. That's going to add 15 seconds onto their time.
Sometimes for some new teams, it's really good, yeah, not to come and win, but just to come, participate, get in the mood of competition. This thing helps, and maybe next year they will surprise us, because it's really nice to start. One day you have to start competing.
For sure, like the first competition, even if you're not actually competing to win, it's really good just to get a feeling of how things happen and like how the process is. And then like the next competition, once you train a little bit more, quite often they're very competitive teams.
Okay, now the next team who's going in for the second round is Dumb and Dumber. They are ready to go in.
They also have quite a good name, I believe. That sounds like they have a little bit of fun too with it.
Yeah, in Spanish it's Dos Tontos Muy Tontos.
They're both nice and focused, getting ready, doing a little bit of dirt diving with their hands, thinking about the round they're just going to do. Okay, the tunnel is ready, and off they go. Into the head-up circles. So far, no bust, doing quite nice. Entering the second page. Going a little bit higher in that layout. That's where you're going to see the faster teams staying lower. They're going to pick up a little bit of time there. Okay, so now they're completing the third page, going into the head-up circles. Nice clean round, no bust so far. and they're going to exit at 115.1.
But no bust, which is a really good punctuation for them. Now I'm seeing that now all the viewers of the live streaming from home grow up a little bit. Belgium is gaining positions. Now we have more Belgian people having a look of the streaming. We have many Belgian competitors now in this discipline. Maybe that's because.
There's a lot of Belgian flyers. When I was working in the tunnel in the Bottrop, most of the regulars were the Belgian people. They fly a lot.
This is like a small country, but they have many flyers.
Many flyers, and soon to be many tunnels there.
Yeah. Well, now they have one wind tunnel, and they are building another one, the biggest one, 17 feet.
They have a 17 feet tunnel going in there. It's going to be one of the bigger ones in Europe. It'll be quite nice to see how it is.
Yeah. Okay, we have here Windows Last Minute. Remember, this team has been training for only 1 week. That's because last minute. But we have them here concentrated. Let's see, let's go.
So far, a nice clean round, no busts.
They are doing good. Now in this kind of competition, we can see that if we follow straight, or in the other side of the tunnel, we are seeing one of the judges. The judges are placed just to have a look in the line, in the circle. It's the perfect view to be able to judge the round.
Entering the third and final move, the head-up circles. They're going to exit at 1 minute and 12.7. Very nice
that's
round.
really good because they just make one bust, and it's going to be a really good ranking for them.
Okay, so now we have Flybeat ready to fly, the team from Poland.
Just to tell you a little bit, we are going to see the 4 compulsory rounds, and after we will see the free round that all the teams have, which is the most creative one. I can't wait to see the free ones.
I'm always curious about people's free rounds because they can do whatever they want. Any sort of style of flying pretty much, and just put it together however they want. They just have 1 minute to do it, but it's always curious to see what they're going to do.
Okay, Flybeat from Poland is ready to go. Green light.
A little bit of confusion there, so they have 1 bust. Back flying again, nice. Like I say, that's the biggest thing. When you have a little bit of a confusion, you just got to stop, get yourself ready, and start flying as fast as you can. Okay, that was the second bust, so now they have a 10-second penalty. Oh, a little bit of a bobble up with the head-up circles, but okay, he went a bit high and he did bust on that one. So 3 busts now. Going in, oh, a little bit of, it wasn't a bust, but still just 3 busts.
Yeah, maybe they lost a little bit of time, but was no bust. Then 2 seconds always is much better than 5 in a bust.
Always much better than 5. That's the biggest thing when you're flying. When something goes a little bit wrong, you're just waiting to see that red light. When you don't see it, it's quite nice.
Okay, here they go. They finished the round. Okay, next team will be undecided.
We have Michel and Peter from Belgium.
We just remember you that you can follow all the scores in time. That it's updated in our website.
And we have Peter. He's actually leading. Peter's leading. He's colorblind, and so he can't actually see the color of the lines. He just sees it change a little bit. Yeah, he doesn't know if it's red or green. So it's quite. It must be quite hard to be flying like this.
Yeah, that'd be tricky. Let's go.
Oh, flying really nice. Doing nice clean round so far. No bust. Looking good so far. Going into the second page. Looking good.
No bust by the moment. Clean round. That's really good.
Still no bust going into the third page, so this is going to be a nice time maybe. Okay, so that was their first bust. Still doing good, but finishing the third page. So you can see how they're doing a little bit of a different exit too. Peter's coming out on his head, and Mitch is going over doing a flip.
I love to see when the first teammate who goes out goes with a hand inside the tunnel to bring the other outside. Thanks, teamwork.
Yeah, when you get out the tunnel, the first thing you're doing is looking back and just try to get the other person out as fast as possible. Sometimes they're diving out and you just catch them as they come out.
And I have the guys from Hurricane Factory. They are ready to go and do the second round.
Okay, so in they go. Completing the snake. Oh, a little bit of confusion there on that snake. So that's going to give them one bust. Okay, coming into the second page, and they still just have that one bus. Completing the snake nicely in the second round. So this team has only been together for 3 weeks. They're both experienced flyers, but only 3 weeks flying together. So we have a 2 bus now.
Also, these guys are used to a wind tunnel like this because their home wind tunnel is the same technology that we have here. Then same distance, everything. It's not like you, that you are flying in a different wind tunnel.
This is the biggest thing coming to a competition, is when the tunnel is a different design and just a different visual. It's really hard, especially putting your free routine together, because a lot of the time we're using visuals to go down on a specific point, and when you don't have it, you end up getting lost and taking out your teammates.
No, for sure, because also you have this reference, this other reference, always in different tunnels, or maybe are the same technology, but the air is slightly different, just because the temperature outside is different place, then change a little bit. But when it's a different tunnel, of course, it's completely different. Okay, 74% is 270 kilometers per hour.
We have the Bottrop drones.
Here we go.
Looking good so far. So they keep it nice and low on that. Once they finish the bottom loop, they're keeping it nice and low going into the circles, which is going to help them a little bit. Still no bust. This is quite a nice fast round right now. Third and final page, looking good, still no bust, flying nice clean lines. Want to be keeping it a little bit low on that layout there. The lower they can be on that layout, they're going to pick up a little bit of time there, I think.
Yes, because also the competition is quite close. At the end, we have some teams that they are really fast.
Very nice, 105.9, very good round, no bust too.
Really good, 1 minute 5 seconds, no bust. It's one of the best performance for sure. Okay, the next team going in will be the Team Dynamite. Here we have the strong girls ready to go and rock it.
That's the big thing when you're getting ready, you get a bit nervous getting into the tunnel, you put that visor down too soon, it gets pretty foggy, so you want to keep it open until you're ready to go in there.
Something we didn't understand because the time was running, but the team wasn't, the lights were on green. Maybe these 3 seconds is going to be an issue. But we have the judges afterwards to make a decision over this.
So they have 1 bust so far. It's going to give them a 5-second penalty. So it's still just the 1 bus so far. As they exit.
And out.
Still not a bad time, 1 minute 15, so the time itself is pretty
1 minute
good.
15, 1 bus. Okay, 1 minute 20. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so next up we have Fly Station Tunnel people.
I can wait to see the free routine of these guys.
I'm very curious too. They gave me a little bit of a sheet with some of the information. I'm very curious to see how it's going to be.
And the thing is, because the compulsory routines, the speed ones, they are all the same for all the flyers. Of course, different performance, different times, but more or less we know what we are going to see. Better performance or a little bit more slow, but the same.
So looking good so far, no bust. Okay, so they completed the first page in 26 seconds with no bust, so this could be a good time.
Yeah, remember that here one of the most important things is have no bust. If we have a bust, it's 5-second penalty. And if we have 2, 10, and plus like this, then it's really important to take your time to do the things really clean, because at the end it's going to be less time.
Now they're completing their third page, about to go into the final move. The head up circles, here it comes.
No bust.
Looking good. Now they just got to get a nice quick exit and they're going to have quite a good time.
Yeah, it was a really good time because no bust, 1 minute 16 seconds. It's going to be a really good ranking in this second round for them. Now we have getting ready the Dynamos.
So now we have the Dynamos having a little bit of fun in there. Okay, so far no bust, looking good.
Well done.
Into the head up circles. Going into the third page, still doing really good, no bust. So here they go, completing the final page. They're going to exit with a time of 1 minute 17.2. Really nice, no
Oh,
bust.
that was a good one as well.
Okay, so next up we're going to have Babylon, the locals.
Okay, at the end of this second round, we will see the results of the first one, just to see how the teams are now in the ranking.
And they're off. So we have David Nemo, he's from Australia, also from Australia,
Yeah.
living over here in Spain.
And Luis, he's from Venezuela, I think.
Looking nice, no bust so far, nice clean round.
Here are some of the locals guys of the drops are really close to us, Babylon team. I think the name is the Babylon Old Times or something like this. I see it in the names.
Old timers,
Old Timers.
having a little bit of joke about their age there. So, doing the head up circles, still no bust as they exit. 1 minute 16.1.
Well done, guys. They have a 2 round really good with no bust in either rounds. Really good.
Really good. That's if they can keep that up with no bust, it's gonna pay off in the end.
Yeah, because the thing is, little by little, maybe it's not the fastest, but if you do the clean one, at the end, this is going to give them a really good position. Okay, remember that we are running a competition on Facebook to win 10 minutes of flying here at Windor. Have to like us, or if you already like us, please share our Facebook fan page.
So now we have these dragons. Remember, this team just came together 2 days ago.
Also here we have Gregor, who is leading now the team. He's one of the co-owner, not sure, of the Sonic, which is one of the flying suits that many people have. Is wearing now for the flying.
So far, nice clean round. You can see their layouts. They're getting just over the ring, so it's a nice clean layout. Staying nice and low.
They are quite precise doing this routine. Let's see now if they have no bus, because in the round before they get some and that was leaving them. Although they are flying really good, they was giving them a little worse position.
So far, this is looking like a pretty quick time. No bus going into the third page.
A really quick one.
Gizmo is nice and stretching their head up. It's nice seeing people fly head up like this here. Nice stretch with the arms up as high as possible. So completing the circles for the last time. Oh, very nice time.
Really nice time, yeah. Whoa! I think it's one of the best times of this round.
I think so too.
Okay, here we have getting ready now the Windor Smooth Criminals. We remember this is one of the teams that is in training and is sponsored by Windor, the channel that is hosting this competition. These both guys are friends and they've been training for a couple of months, not more.
Just 16 hours total time training together for this competition, but they both have many hours in total.
I remember Leo when last year, before he was becoming an instructor, he was learning still some things, and now he's an awesome flyer. I love to see people how they can improve with commitment and being every single day in a tunnel. Ready?
Flying nice, smooth, stretched, looking really good so far. Going a little higher in the layouts. So far, no bus, looking good. So we completed the first page with no bus, looking nice. Very nice fast time. Going into the third page on 43 seconds, looking pretty good. If they keep with no bus, this is going to be a very fast round. So just completing the last now. No bus, 106.6. Nice round.
Wow, this was the fastest one, I think. Okay, now we can see that we have more viewers now from Poland following us. Also, we have some British as well. Many Spanish are following us because now we have many Spanish followers in the FS competition. But for the dynamic, there are a little few, as it's only located in these surrounded areas. Okay, here we have Katy and Juju. They are with the name Les Touristes. Sorry, because you are seeing Katy and Juju, we couldn't change the name. They decided to change it a little bit late, but they are doing so awesome flying that doesn't matter how we call them.
So here they go, ready to go, lights flashing, green light, in they go. Nice clean round, no bust yet. Doing the second page. Very nice. Into the third page on 45 seconds. This looks like it could be a quick round too.
Yep, it looked like. As I said before, these guys are flying really high speed, and that if they perform quick and clean, they will be one of the fastest. Let's wait now to the exit. Fast one.
I believe that's 106.7. It's only 0.5 of a second slower than the team before them. So
Yep.
it's very tight rounds right now.
Okay, now we have to see for the last team of the second round. It's going to be Nemo. Remember, it was the first team to do the first round is the last to do the second one, the girls. These girls are sponsored for Lysen and Brusgan and Turbulenza.
So this is Louise's first competition right now. So this team is also very matching. They have every matching suits, helmets, and they have one bus so far.
Anyway, if you make one bus, it's the first competition together. It's really nice to see how people encouraged to come and fly. Then if they just been competing here, doing their best, okay, one bus, if they finish the round quite quick, it's not bad, but of course, they have to concentrate on doing clean.
It's only the second round too, so we still have a long day ahead of us. Still plenty of time to pick up some speed on the later rounds.
Remember that we have 16 teams in this competition of two-way dynamic, and only the 8 first teams will pass for the next day to do the battles. Then they need to be in the first part of the score if they want to keep going competing tomorrow.
Okay, so 1 minute. That was a 1 minute 15.5 with one bus, so that's not a bad time. They're still doing quite good. Just here's them doing the head-up circles.
We are seeing now a slow motion of this team Nemo. I think one of the girls has knee here in the neck and the other one have more. Yesterday when I was on the door, I thought that. Let's see this video. Okay, we can have a look now to the results. Really interesting results. Preliminaries, third round. Let's wait and see, and we can have a look of the first or second round. Okay, Doesn't matter. Let's talk about the results of all the competition. Here we can see in the competition that we were running this morning with the Empuria Gatas.
We did say we're going to fly close to the net, but that's so close. Whoa. It's amazing to see like the difference between how caught up you can be when the person in front of you is a little bit of a distraction, and you have to really focus on thinking like you know that they're in front, but you got to look through at your line and know your line like 2-3 steps ahead before you actually even get there, because if you get there and you haven't adopted a position or started the move or anything, then it looks messy, you got no hope.
I feel it's nicer when it's a teamwork. Whether it's a 2-way or a 3-way or 4 or like how many people ever in a tunnel. But you should be helping out and trying to be considerate, and then it's going to be nice and there's going to be a nice flow and it's going to be smooth. And
I just feel like when you're leading, you always got that clean, constant flow, that nice run. But when you're following, it just makes it a little bit harder, especially if you're 3rd or 4th. I think this is a lot of focus. Like the further back you are, the more focused you are. I definitely think this is a key factor in team flying.
I'm happy with what we got. I think it's nice to work on, but we definitely need to keep going through it and to smoothen out everything and to make our body positions spot on and everyone the same. So get the smoothness right, get the rhythm correct, and then it's gonna look smashing.
I'm happy with the routine, but not the way how we fly it.
Inka Sech is happy with the routine, but not the way we fly it.
Okay, here we are, watching to the sunset. And we are going to start with the third round. Then, we said before that it's going to be the most difficult round, isn't it?
For sure, this is going to be the most difficult. We have the head down out face to classic. Now that there's going to be the hard part. They have to do a 180 as they leave the head down out face snake straight into a 180 with the classic. So that's going to be quite technical right there. And to finish it, they're going to do a head down out face circles.
Okay, then let's see. Now we are going to start this third round with the Ultra Good Vibes. This team with such a cool name. Let's see how they do it in this round.
Okay, they're in out face now. Switching back to out face, back to the 180 in face, classic. Okay, so they did make a bust on that move just then, so they have one bust right now. That's the part I thought was going to be hard.
Yeah, it's quite hard, that.
So now they have two busts, that's a 10-second penalty. Okay, so they did it. They were able to do the classic this time, so looking good now. There's a lot of outface in this round. Most of the round they're flying outface, so that means they're looking outside of the tunnel for most of the routine.
I remember when I started flying, as I was doing some belly flying in the trace, was like, it's easier the outface. It's not easy the outface at all. It's the most hard part when you are starting to fly. It takes a long. Okay, was a good one.
Quite a nice, quite a fast time. Just two busts, but quite a fast time.
Really fast for being such a difficult routine. Okay, now we are with the next team, ready to go in. There are Dumb and Dumber. I'm surprised with these guys. They did it really good, really fast. Let's see how the other teams do it as well.
Okay, so we have David here. He wrote down for his main job, Lilo's nanny. So let's see if he looks after him during this competition.
Okay, it's nice to have so much friendship and family between them.
We got the red light flashing, ready to go, green, in they go. Went a little bit high in the classic, but there's still no bust, so looking, oh, there we go, they busted us. So right now, it's actually flying in a different direction. So that's where they got that bust on that one now. So a little bit of confusion right now. He went into the outface snake the wrong direction.
Sometimes happen that when you do one wrong direction in one page, you repeat it in the 3 pages, and that's really bad for this round for them. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, so now they're back onto the right direction, looking good.
Perfect.
Okay, nice.
They realize and they just correct that. As well, they are flying and they are concentrating on the flying, but they see the red light and it's like, okay, let's solve this now.
That's the worst thing when you see that red light. Especially when you're in the 4-way, you don't know who it is. When it's the 2-way, it's a little bit easy to tell which one it was.
It was me? No, it wasn't me. It was him.
You always think it's you. As soon as you see that red light, you think it's you. So you're like, oh. Okay, so they had a little bit of confusion there flying around. 1 minute 33 and 3 busts they had.
Okay, this is maybe not their best round, but there is a long competition still. And remember, the 8 first teams will battle tomorrow. Then doesn't matter if you are not the first or you are not the second. If you are among the first 8, you are ready for tomorrow.
And tomorrow, the scores just start from 0 again. Today, your placing will rank who you fly with tomorrow, but it just starts from 0 tomorrow.
Okay, another window team here now doing the third round. First bus.
It's that classic. Going into that classic is a bit technical. So they're finishing the first page with just one bus. Looking all right so far.
Okay, no bus now in this classic.
So now they completed, they're in their third page. Not a bad time, looking pretty decent. Just that
Wow.
one bus too, so it's looking good.
Let's hope they have no more bus and maybe they will finish in a good ranking for this round.
Oh,
Wow,
under 1
really
minute.
fast one.
Looking good.
Now we have here ready the fly beat. They are going ready to go in.
Okay, we have Flybees getting ready.
Now that these guys are competing, now the live stream, we have more people watching for Poland. I have a look 10 minutes ago, and we have more people from Poland watching us in live.
Okay, so here they go, they're going. So with this snake, it's an outface to outface snake, but they're allowed to enter the tunnel in the inface, and they had one bus there.
Always, the classic is the easy way to make a bust.
And it seems that on the first round, like on the first page, they're busting the classic, but the people are getting it on the second page, so maybe they're just a little bit nervous the first time.
Let's see how they do it in the second classic. Oh, bust again. From my point of view, that I try to fly my best, that's super difficult. I know that you are better flyer than I am, but I guess it's difficult for you too.
As for sure, it's going to be a hard move because you just like a lot of spinning in a small amount of time.
You go backwards, you go on your back, you don't see where you go, you don't see where the net is. It's really difficult move.
And then you have to watch your hands with the circle. You'll see a lot of people when they're coming through in the back, their hands will go through the circle. So you have to watch your hands. So you wanna dive down, get your hands out to get a bit of lift, but then you have to tuck them in again.
He's like, cut my hand, please.
So there was a 105 with 3 bust. So here we go. Going into the outface circles here. Now
Here ready the undecided. These guys, remember, they are for Belgium. Have here Peter and Michelle.
doing a little bit of stretching, getting ready for the flight.
Okay, the speed is stating. Red light, wait until green light to go in.
Okay, red light's flashing. Green,
Oh.
and they go. Ooh. Just a little bit he just turned into in phase too soon on that last snake. So we have 2 busts going into the first page. Into out phase doing the second page right now. Okay, nice. Still just a little too soon on that transition into in phase. So just having a little bit of trouble with this classic. It's very technical going from the outface snake into the classic. This is quite a hard move to be doing, so. Okay, so they're gonna exit the tunnel with a 1 minute 12, but they have 6 busts. So this, the bust is gonna give them a little bit of a disadvantage right there.
As DJ sweats our sorrows away like black sparrows perched on telephone lines, we communicate with
So next up, we're gonna have the Hurricane Factory, the team from Prague.
Yesterday when I was seeing these guys doing the training, I was thinking like they are flying quite wide. They're using all the tunnel. And sometimes we are like narrow and tricky, and then where busts are coming. But in the last round, they were a little bit unlucky with the bust. Let's see how they do it now.
They're ready to go, and off they go.
two turntables and a mic, and that one fat MC on the set. Poetry, the last century.
Okay, so far they performed the first classic with no bust, so they're looking good.
That's really good, yeah.
I traverse through diggable planets, demanding to be a rebirth in the slick. Rick, rock, newborn beat junkies asleep. How deep does this love get? Infiltrating minds with coded language between the lines, only those of hip-hop blood will understand. And it's
Okay, second page, still no bust so far. Going into the outface circles. Flying a little bit high, but that doesn't matter as long as they're not making any bust.
Always, we know it's better to go a little bit slower, but do a clean routine.
They're looking pretty good so far. Going into, this is the third and the final page, just performing the circles now. Still no bust.
They train
And-
really good the classic.
They're gonna do a 101. That's a pretty good round.
It's really good round because they did no bust at all, and it's a really good time to finish this round.
I think there was one team a little bit faster, but they had a bust. So I'll be very curious to see who came out winning after that one.
I can't wait to see all the scores just to put all together.
Now we have the Bottrop Drones. We have Antonio, who's a former teammate of me actually. In the last Barcelona game, we actually were competing together.
And now the rest of the team, you are here commentating with me. Your brother is judging.
And we have Mason, who he just recently moved to Poland, so he's just setting himself up in Poland right now.
Okay, okay.
Hello, Mason. Maybe he's one of those Polish viewers.
Maybe he's one of the police. Hello.
when he spins, we see deja vus. When she spins, we see deja
Ready to go.
AK in, looking nice and fast so far. Let's see if they do this classic. Oh, looking good. He
The
went-
hand.
Yeah,
the
the
hand you
hand-
said before.
The hand went through the ring. Just gotta make sure you dive down nice and low to get under that ring. Oh, little bit of confusion going on.
Out.
I think he could be going the wrong direction there. That's what happened there. He started off coming out of the circles and like outface circles going straight in. Oh,
They are completely lost now.
yeah.
Okay, it's not a problem if you just make one bad round. Remember that we have 5 rounds, and at the end of today, the 8 first teams will go tomorrow to the battle. Then you don't need to be the first. Then it doesn't matter if one round you mess up a little bit. Then let's see how these guys finish, because they are fast.
They're flying fast. Yep. Oh, another bus. So 4 busts. A lot of the teams, like you see during the competition, a lot of the top teams still crack under the pressure a little bit and end up with these little bit of rounds, but they can always come back. Oh. Still good time, just a few busts. It's going to give them a little bit of a disadvantage, but they still have plenty of time to come back.
And remember, maybe today some team finished the 8th on the classification, but maybe tomorrow is the winner. Nothing is solved today. The only thing that today we are going to eliminate half of the teams, but the other half doesn't matter if you finish the 1st or the 8th. You can win anyway tomorrow.
So now we have Team Dynamite, the Belgium team, or Belgium and Californian, that's American.
Let's go, girls.
Looking nice, they performed that classic quite nice, no bust, looking good.
I think these girls are quite concentrated. They've been flying together already now for a year, and they are out.
Okay.
I can shut up, maybe.
So still just only one bust, and in this round it's quite technical, so some teams have been busting lots, so they still have a pretty good chance. Flying nice and fast. And a little bit high, but still didn't bust on that, so really good recovery from him. Oh, very nice time. 1 minute, 1 second, and 1 bust, so that's still a very competitive time right there. You see, going from the out face, they have to do a 180 straight into a 180 very quickly. That's where people are having a little bit of trouble right there. And then they have to dive underneath the ring. Now we have Fly Station Tunnel people up next. Just relaxing, sitting down, getting ready to fly.
Everybody getting crazy in the party, looking like baby. Get a friend, you can meet me in Brisbane. All the born party people now listen, and we take it to the masses. Who got the good weed? Fill up all the glasses. One more shot, indeed, I'll be smashing. Get up on the bar, you're a star in a band, bitch. We got the Melbourne bounce, 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 bounce. We got the Melbourne bounce.
Okay, so there they are, off they go. Oh. Just a little bit of confusion coming out of that snake. She was meant to go out face and then do a 180 on that line. So when you to finish the out face snake, you have to be out face, and then as you hit the line or after, then you can do the 180 back to in face.
Not easy at all.
So we have a few busts going on. Same thing with the out face snake. So we have 4 busts so far, 5 busts. I believe they're a little bit unfamiliar with that out face snake. You see they're busting a little bit on that one. And they actually did out face circles the opposite direction right there.
Sometimes this little thing like the direction is a big mistake, but
it was still quite a fast time, 103, very fast time, just 6 busts.
one of our judges, as you can see now, is a pirate.
He's wearing the eye patch, so when he's looking through that ring, he's just using one eye. Because when you're trying to shut one eye the whole time, it gets a little bit sore.
If not, it have to be with a hand all the time or closing one eye. Yeah, it's definitely better to be a pirate for a while. Okay, here we have the Dynamos again, getting ready for the round 3.
Okay, the red lights flash and you're ready to go. In they go. To out face, doing the 180, into the classic. Looking good so far. Nice, nice clean classic from them. Oh. Completing the first page without no bust, so looking good.
It's nice to see Jamie how suddenly he makes small, then big, and he is performing anyway super comfortable.
We just had two busts now. They had a little bit of mix-up right there. Two busts going on now.
Remember that this means it's 10 seconds penalty, 5 seconds each bust.
This team is also flying with quite a high speed, 74%. So quite a fast speed going right now. 1 minute 4.9 just with two busts, so that's still quite a competitive round. So now next we have the Babylon Old Timers. These guys have been jumping for some time. They've been around for a very long time. I think David was one of the original Babylon team members, wasn't he?
Nemo have more than 20,000 jumps. That is quite a lot. Okay, 13,000 anyway. For Luis is a lot as well. Then they are skydivers from a long time ago.
Got some smiles happening, relaxed, looking good.
Okay, ready to go. Let's wait to the green light.
So green light's gone, in they go. A little bit of confusion with the direction right now. So they've just made one bust so far. There's a little bit of a confusion going on in the tunnel.
Outs bust,
Okay. So
and they get a little bit lost. Keep going, guys. They were doing really good rounds before, but sometimes when you have a mess on your head, you get lost and it's bad. Let's see that. As we said before, if you mess one round, that doesn't mean anything.
And with all this being outfaced, this is why it's so technical. This one here, it's all outfaced, so you're looking outside the tunnel. The visual's very different, so that's why it's quite a hard round to be doing. All right.
Okay, come back to keep going with the routine, guys.
Bit of pointing going on. They're telling each other which way to go. Oh, they got it going out. Yep. Into the classic. Nice.
Okay, they recovered the flow.
Picking it up.
They were doing different moves.
This, yeah.
Okay, remember that we were saying that this is the most difficult compulsory round. We saw some of the teams that they were having a good performance or quick one, but it's really difficult to mix one movement with the other, and also we have really easy way to do a bust because they are quite complex and they have to pay attention and perform quite well.
Here they go. They look like they're going good now. Got a nice smooth pace going on. Picking it up. Okay, so they're gonna finish this round with a 2 minutes 33 and have 9 busts. This is only one round out of the 5 rounds we're having today, so they still have a chance to make it to tomorrow.
Now all the people in USA have wake up because now we have more followers in the live streaming from people from the USA. Hello, people from the other side of the world.
So now we have the Zee Dragons. We have Gregor and the Gizmo.
Remember, these guys have been training a couple of hours together. They are both awesome flyers, but they didn't meet until yesterday, 2 days ago, something like this. Then it's really challenging to fly with someone that you've been flying just for fun sometime when you meet in a wind tunnel.
Yes, it's much different when it comes into competition.
Hello, Gregor.
And then you have to pick who's going to lead it. This is always a little bit of a fight sometimes.
Because it's not easy at all to be a leader, but it's not easy at all to follow someone that you are not used to follow.
So yeah, it's like sometimes following other people's lines is quite difficult. So sometimes you have to remember when you're the leader, but it's also nice to just fly your own line.
Let's see how it goes, this third routine in the two-way dynamic competition here in the Wing Games 2015 for these guys, the Zee Dragons.
Okay, oh, green light, a little bit of confusion there. 6. Okay, so no bust on that first classic, so they're doing quite good. Into the outface circles. Okay, now this it can get a little bit confusing here. Oh, that was the bust. He went into in-face right there. So he needs to stay out-face. You need to stay out-face until you finish that line, and then you can switch to in-face.
We know it's difficult move, but if you don't do it like this, it's like bust anyway. Then 5 seconds penalty.
Once again, switching to in-face. He needs to go out-face and then switch.
Sometimes when you have something on your mind that is wrong for one of the pages, you make the same mistakes in three of them. Okay, as we say, oh, it was only 2. And look, it's a good time as
Yes.
well. Then good time, only 2 bars. Okay, this is not going to be a really bad punctuation.
Okay, coming through for that classic. Diving down nice and low. Nice and stretched out, looking good, the Gizmo.
Yeah, it looks like really good when he moved with arm and straight all the body.
For the classic, it's actually nicer if you're a little bit shorter, because then you have a little bit more room to get underneath that circle. The taller people, their hands are going to come up and go through that circle there.
Always in a wind tunnel, it's better if you're a little bit smaller. It's easier everything.
You have much more space. A 14-foot tunnel becomes much bigger to you when you're shorter.
The other day I was saying here, a really, really tall man learning how to carve. And when you are really tall, learning how to carve is super difficult. You're smashing the walls all the time.
So now we have Windor Smooth Criminals. Now this should be quite a fast round.
Okay, let's see how the Windows Smooth Criminals, remember this is a Windows sponsor team, let's see how they do it. These are one of the favorites because they are doing quite good routines in the ones before. Let's see, it's quite close between some teams, the Smooth Criminals, the Tourists, and the Butter Bronze. I think these 3 teams are the top ones. Let's see how this round goes.
Oh, so far so good. They got that classic, looking good. Going into the outface circles, no bust yet. So first page done with no bust, looking good, and they got a pretty fast time right now. Even though this is a technical round, the flyers that are actually performing it quite quickly.
Yeah, it's incredible how quickly they can fly this technical round. It's beautiful. Perfect classic.
Looking really good in this round. This is a very competitive round, this one. Oh, it's going to be the fastest. Oh, 1 minute, 53 seconds, 0.6.
Good one.
So under a minute, looking really good with no bust.
No bars under a minute, maybe. Well, let's see the other teams that they are coming now, because remember that the teams that we have at the end, they are the fastest one.
That's going to put some pressure on the teams coming up now. Now they have to go fast. It's not just about not busting, it's about going fast and not busting now.
Let's see how Katy and Juju, the Let's Do This, are going to do now, because it's the next team that must be ready to go in a few seconds to the tunnel. And these two teams, the Smooth Criminals and the Les Touristes, these are one of the fastest team in this competition.
Okay, I can hear the tunnel coming up again, so they must be getting ready to fly. Looks like they visualized it one more time before they get in. Ready to go. Lights flashing. Any second now. Here we go. So they performed that classic with no bus, looking good. First page done, no bust yet, looking very nice, looking pretty fast. Not sure if it's the same speed as the Smooth Criminals, but they're looking pretty good. Third and final page, this is looking really fast now.
Yep, they look like really
They're
fast.
picking up the speed, I think.
In this case, Juju is a really tall man, but he moves in the wind like if he was shorter.
Oh, this looks like it can be under.
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
very nice.
Good one, guys. I think it's 2 seconds under, no bus, then it will be a good position for them.
These speed rounds are getting very tight now. The speeds are very similar. And now we have the Nemo team coming next. Now their team quote is just keep swimming. Not sure if that's from the Nemo movie or not.
Everybody's talking about the good old days.
So as you can see, everything is matching stickers. And they go, looking good. Well, one bus there actually on the entry. Going a little bit high. Still, they performed the classic with no bus, so it's just still the only one bus. In the second page, performing the classic again, still no, just the one bus.
That was the one at the beginning, but they are keeping tidy.
So it doesn't matter how high they go. Like sometimes they can go out outside of the shot, but as long as they're passing that line, it's still good.
They are performing good. Remember that this was the more difficult compulsory round.
Oh, very good time. 1 minute and 2 seconds, just one
Well
bus.
done,
It's very
guys.
competitive still. Okay, so here they're performing the classic. It's very important diving down. Well underneath the circle, looking good there. So, next.
Next team is going to be Air Window team. We can see here that you don't know who is the spotter and who is the team. And we know.
Maybe
because-
this photo wants to jump in and fly a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. These last days that the channel has been full of people training, we are just on the door watching how the people fly. They are ready to go.
Is this this is the final team from the third round, I believe, yes?
Yeah, it is.
So off they go. Going into the classic. Looking good so far. Nice. So, oh, that was a bust on that circle. He didn't pass the line. So he needs to go over the other side of the line before he can go back.
Ouch.
A little bit of confusion here.
Bye-bye, Alex.
Okay, they're off and going again. Nice recovery. So at the moment they have 2 busts going. That'll be a 10-second penalty. So now they're actually flying in a different direction again. A little bit of confusion. Coming out of the outface circles, going into the outface snake. Everybody's getting a little bit confused in which direction to fly. It's quite a technical one.
The classic.
And a 4th bust now, so that's it's a 20-second penalty they have.
It's a big penalty.
Okay, that was a 1 minute 12.8 with 5 busts.
Okay, now we see a little slow motion of this team performing.
So there was some really fast rounds in that round, and also a couple of the slower ones. But just as a very technical round, that one we just had.
Well, we'd like to welcome here from Windsor Smooth Criminals. We have Raf Kudray, multiple world champion, and Leonard. And he is half your age, is that correct?
Oh yes, 18 years between him and me.
So, as a very experienced world champion, how did you pick up such a young, cute boy?
I don't know. I think he doesn't have a lot of things to learn from me. He's already better than me.
How long have you been flying, Leonard?
That's my first year. No, that was my last year. Was my first year in working in a structure in indoor skydiving. But I fly since 3 years now.
Only 3 years, and you're doing so amazing. Why is that?
Thank you. I don't know. I just train, and lucky.
Why do you think he's so good?
Why he's so good?
Yeah.
Because he's amazing. Because he's young. That's the first thing. I'm old, so that's why I'm running after him now.
Because he trained with a good person.
Ah, that's right. So you prefer Leo or Leonard? Leo. Yeah.
I prefer Leopold. It sounds better, Leopold.
Leopold. So how long did you train together for this competition?
We start training first week, end of November. Then we did 10 days in December, and nearly 2 weeks in January. So it's around 16 hours.
Wow. You look very, very smooth. And do you have a coach, or do you coach yourself?
We look smooth, but a little bit criminal as well. No, we don't have a coach. He's my coach, and I'm his coach. And we are doing brainstorming and try to find the good way to get faster and smoother and more criminal, I think.
So are you going to do any more competitions now?
We have 2 competition planned for now. One in Bedford in England and one in Dubai with Raf. So for now we have 2 competition planned during the year.
Super. And I know Bedford Body Flight is that's April in the UK. And what about the Dubai competition? Tell me about that.
It's in the end of the year. I think it's November, so we have time to prepare and get better.
So that's going to be an outside competition or an inside competition?
Inside. This team is inside.
I think the competition in Flight Dubai is going to be in November, just before the DIPC, and maybe it's going to be a part of the DIPC as well. I'm not sure. So, but it was planned for February, and now it's end of the year. We'll see.
Yeah, we don't mind if things are late. We're used to it in skydiving. Do you think we can ever do two-way dynamic outside?
Two-way dynamic outside, we call that free fly with a with a video man.
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys very, very much, and I wish you a great competition. You're looking really good so far. Just keep flying strong. Thank you.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Okay, now we have here some the contest. We can tell you. Remember, go into our Facebook fan page, like it please, and you will be able to win 10 minutes flying. Okay, here now we are seeing the results. We are seeing the four-way formation skydiving. We run now to vertical formation. Anyway, we are going to comment to you the results of the dynamic in the first round. We have here, okay, the quickest one, by the moment they are the Turistas, which is Katy and Juju, followed by Window Smooth Criminals, that we've been talking to them right now. And the third one was, I think it was, okay, this is preliminary round, the first one. In the first one was the Turistas, second one Bottom Bronze, and the third one Window Smooth Criminals. In the second one, things change a little bit, but just a little bit, because I think they are the same three, the fastest. We have the first place, Bottom Bronze, second one, Window Smooth Criminals, and the third one, the Turistas. Then, these three things are between, these are the three fastest teams anyway.
It's good to see, like in both rounds, they were both the three teams were the fastest. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in that third round, because there was a few busts going on, so we'll be curious to see that later on. Okay.
Yep, because that depends about what happened in the third round now. Then we will decide who is going to be the first, second, third. But as we said before, doesn't matter. The important thing is until the first to the eighth.
For sure. As long as you're in the top 8, you have a good chance, because tomorrow everything starts from zero again.
That's the thing. Then doesn't matter if you are the fourth, the fifth. Doesn't matter. Okay, of course, if you are the first or the second, that means that you are doing the best performance, and maybe tomorrow you have the lucky to be one of the best teams. But the first to the eighth, it's enough to be tomorrow in the battle. That is the most important thing.
The main advantage of doing good today, or being in the top 8 and getting first, is tomorrow you're going to go against the 8th team. So hopefully that's the advantage that you have if you do good today.
That's good. Now what we can do is we can talk about the fourth round. We are going to tell you now what is going to happen in the fourth round.